Well, today's the day. We've been watching Steven Spielberg movies every Monday for like, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months. And we're finally moving on. And so the next director that I have chosen to study and to look into was Tim Burton. And when I started to do research to figure out when I was going to schedule all these, I did not realize that this was going to be his debut film. Pee-wee's Big Adventure was released in 1985, the year of the film. It was written by Phil Hartman and Paul Reubens and Michael Varhal. I have poor handwriting. And directed by Tim Burton, of course, as well as it is the film debut of Danny Elfman. That's crazy to me. He's one of my favorite composers, and here he is just doing Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. And it's like, what the hell? So, no spoilers. The general idea is this young boy is trapped in this man's body. Not literally, but kind of metaphorically. You can tell. If you know about Pee-wee, you know what I'm talking about. And he loses his bike. He's pretty sure someone stole it. He's unsure. He's trying to find his bike. And that's the whole story. But he gets into trouble as he's traveling around looking for his bike from here to there, and he gets in a bunch of trouble. It's kind of funny. Which brings me to my first thought, which is the film is really freaking annoying. Like, that is the biggest thing for me is I hate Pee-wee as a character. I hate him. He bothers me. He annoys me. And his laugh is just unbearable. And I have trouble getting through this movie. I've seen it before when I was really young. I think I liked it when I was really young, and I still like it now. I just couldn't imagine watching this very often. Like, this is like a once a year at max for me. Like, once every 10 years, probably. I'll do that for sure. Oh, it's annoying. It's tough to get through sometimes. You're just like, oh my goodness, I have a headache. As for the actual, like, plot, it's pretty cool. Like, getting to know Pee-wee as he's going through these adventures is really fun. A lot of, like, there's this one where he gets into a bar with a bunch of, like, bikers. That scene is hilarious. I find it so funny. The dance move, chef's kiss, beautiful. And I love it when he's driving off and he runs into the billboard and he wakes up in the hospital. I'm just like, what a turn. Which brings me to, this film has so many twists and turns, it's hard to keep up. Like, it's hard. I don't even know where he found his bike. I don't know. Like, all I know is he had his bike, like one moment he was waking up at a hospital, the next moment he has his bike and he's driving through the Warner Brothers lot, and then he's saving pets from a burning building, and I cannot connect the pieces. I don't know how they got from point A to point B, but they went from point A to point B, I'm sure. But that leads me to, it is hard to follow for a kid's movie. For a kid's movie, I'm just like, what is going on? Which, there's two types of kids movies, in my opinion. There's easy to follow and hard to follow, obviously. There are Disney Pixar films, right? Which are very much like, they walk you through the plot and you get to know the characters and you have a good time and you sing along. And then there are the ones that are hard to follow. And it's like, only for pure childish, like, entertainment value, where you're sitting there and you're like, okay, oh wow, look at that spectacular thing, oh look at that spectacular thing. It's a lot of like early Marvel movies, like, and I hate to say this, but it's true, a lot of the earlier MCU movies are kind of just thrill rides. It's like, oh wow, look at that spectacle, oh a spectacle. And that's not putting that down. I'm not saying that this is similar to that in any way, shape, or form, but it's just the truth. And I enjoyed Pee Wee Herman. I think this movie's fun, but I wouldn't say it's like peak cinema. And you can definitely feel the Tim Burton-ness of it, which is kind of cool, to kind of pick and grab these little elements out of a kid's film that he directed when he was a young lad, and kind of see how these elements fall into place later. I'm really excited for. Like, you can see his use of miniatures a lot. You can see his use of dynamic lighting a lot. And it was just really cool to kind of see these influences of his from his first ever film. So that was what I took the most out of this film. I had a lot of fun kind of taking the little pieces of Burton out of here. I'm really excited to see where they fall and lie later on in his career. But as for the movie as a whole, I'm going to give Pee-wee's Big Adventure a B-. Have you guys seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. I think it's streaming somewhere. No, I think I rented it. I think I rented it from Redbox, so rent it if you're interested. It's definitely more of a kid's film, but still a likable film, but it's annoying to me, and I had a hard time getting through a lot of it, but it is fun nonetheless. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. That helps out a whole lot. I would truly, truly appreciate it. If you want to see my face more often, click that red button. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated. I'll see you guys in the next video.